The world can offer a bright, clear sky, a moment of pure, uncomplicated joy. Laughter rings out, kindness appears, and for a second everything feels right. Yet deep inside, a silent alarm sounds. This goodness feels fragile, like a temporary illusion. You brace for the inevitable shift, the coming storm. Sometimes, sunshine itself feels like a trick, a prelude to pain. Even on the sunniest days, a heavy cloak lingers. Doubt whispers when love is offered. Suspicion grows when support is given. You scan faces, searching for hidden motives. Every step is cautious, as if walking a beautiful beach but only looking for broken glass. The beauty around you taunts, reminding you of what could be lost. This isn't a choice. It's a survival guide etched by past pains. You stand in the light, but feel the shadow. Hear kind words, but anticipate the harsh echo. It's not always about those around you now. It's about a wound within, a wound that expects salt, even in sweetness, a wound that flinches from a gentle touch, longing for connection, yet fearing its cost. The heart has learned that even good things can break, so you guard yourself, always waiting. Sunshine for you is both hope and warning. The expectation of betrayal can become a constant companion. Even surrounded by good people, the fear lingers, a stubborn ghost. It whispers, "This won't last. Don't trust too much." Life becomes a waiting game for the other shoe to drop. Kind gestures feel like tests, closeness a prelude to hurt. You might push people away or cling too tightly, both driven by fear. This isn't logical. It's an emotional forecast born of old storms. Your heart remembers broken promises, shattered trust. So it tries to protect you by seeing danger everywhere. The intention is self-preservation, but the outcome is isolation. Compliments hide criticism. Help conceals hidden agendas. Silence feels ominous, not peaceful. You overthink every interaction, replaying conversations for slights, always searching for evidence that confirms your deepest fear that betrayal is inevitable. This belief shapes every connection. Even when there's no threat, you brace for impact. The world is filtered through suspicion. It's exhausting, and it keeps you apart. The fear of betrayal becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Trust feels impossible, even when it's offered freely. The cycle continues unless you choose to break it, and breaking it starts with seeing the pattern. There's a name for this pattern. Schema therapy calls it the mistrust abuse schema. It's a core belief, often formed early, that others will hurt, abuse, or neglect you. Safety in relationships feels like a mirage. This schema isn't about current reality, but an internal conviction that the world is unsafe. It's like wearing distorted glasses. Everything looks threatening. Kind gestures seem suspicious. Neutral situations feel dangerous. It's not a conscious choice. It's a learned response. Think of it as an emotional blueprint, guiding you to expect pain. Vulnerability feels risky, so you act defensively. Ironically, this can push away those who might offer safety. The schema doesn't mean you're broken. It means you learn to survive. Your mind and heart tried to protect you based on painful experiences. Trust felt like a dangerous gamble. Understanding this schema isn't about blame. It's about compassion for yourself. Recognizing the pattern is the first step to change. You can begin to see the world differently. The blueprint can be rewritten. Healing starts with awareness. You are not alone in this. Change is possible. These deep-seated fears often take root in childhood or in painful experiences later on. When trust is shattered by those meant to protect, caregivers, family, or friends, the lesson is lasting. Neglect and abuse leave scars. Betrayal shakes your foundations. For a child, safety is fragile. When love is conditional or absent, wariness becomes second nature. Vulnerability feels too risky, so the heart shields itself. Imagine a young plant growing twisted to survive harsh weather. The heart, too, bends to endure. This isn't a flaw, it's resilience. But the shape it takes carries the memory of pain. Early experiences become the lens for all future relationships. If closeness meant pain, you expect it again. You believe this is how love works, what people do. It's a heavy burden, believing the world is unsafe. The expectation of hurt becomes a constant companion. These lessons aren't just memories, they're survival strategies. The past shapes your present, even when you wish it wouldn't. But understanding where it began is the first step to healing. You can learn to see with new eyes. The world can be different than what you were taught. Healing is possible. Expecting betrayal doesn't just affect how you see others. It shapes how you see yourself. You may wonder, what's wrong with me? Why do I attract this? Over time, you start to believe you don't deserve kindness or steadfast love. Self-esteem quietly erodes and relationships feel like minefields. Vulnerability becomes too risky, so you hide parts of yourself. This creates distance, even from those you care about. Loneliness thrives and constant vigilance is exhausting. The mental energy spent doubting others drains your joy. Sometimes the schema becomes self-fulfilling. Defensiveness pushes people away, confirming your fears. Breaking the cycle takes courage and a willingness to believe something new is possible. How does mistrust show up in daily life? Your partner is late. Suspicion flares, not concern. A friend's compliment feels loaded, not genuine. You dissect motives, never fully absorbing kindness. At work, a friendly colleague seems threatening, not supportive. You keep your distance, miss chances for connection. Even alone, you replay past hurts as if they're fresh wounds. Anticipated pain keeps you from new relationships. The safety of isolation, though lonely, feels preferable. Everyday moments become battlegrounds for trust. The schema colors every interaction. Opportunities for connection are lost to suspicion. Mistrust becomes a habit, not just a feeling. The hopeful news: healing is possible. You are not destined to live in fear. Trust can be learned step by step. Awareness is the first step. Notice the schema's voice. Create space between feeling and reaction. You don't have to believe every fearful thought. Challenge negative assumptions gently. Look for evidence of trustworthiness, however small. Collect moments of genuine kindness. Start small. Risk a little more vulnerability with someone safe. Notice if your fears match reality. Take calculated small risks. Learn that some people can hold your trust, and that you can survive, even if they falter. No one is perfect, including you. Every small step forward matters. You are not broken for feeling this way. Mistrust is a learned response, a way to survive. But you deserve more than survival. You deserve to thrive. Healing is brave, not weakness. You don't have to do this alone. Healing often happens in connection, with a trusted friend, family, or therapist. A therapist can help you explore wounds and learn new tools. Shame thrives in secrecy, but sharing breaks isolation. Empathy and understanding can enter when you open up. Many people carry invisible wounds. Remember your inherent worthiness. You were born deserving of love and belonging. The betrayals of others are not a reflection of your value. Reclaiming this truth is powerful. It's the foundation for rebuilding trust. You deserve relationships that feel safe. Healing isn't easy. Old patterns are strong. Be gentle with yourself. Healing isn't linear. The goal isn't to eliminate fear, but to live alongside it. Imagine a future where your heart is more open, where you receive kindness without suspicion, where you offer your true self knowing you're resilient. This future is possible, built one brave choice at a time. Each act of courage strengthens your belief in goodness. You deserve love that feels safe. The journey is a return to your own deserving heart. Take a deep breath. This work is sacred. You are worthy of connection and belonging. Step forward with courage. The world can be safer than you believe.